What we're going to do is, Amy and I, we're going to go through, well, before we do that, let me introduce myself for those of you who I have not had the opportunity to meet. I'm Mark Kleinschmidt, the president and CEO of the Chamber. So I'll be talking a little bit about the Chamber activities and such. And Amy, why don't you introduce yourself for folks that may not know you?
Hey guys, Amy Berry. I handle the membership and marketing stuff at the Chamber, and see a lot of faces and names that I've seen, but not faces. So good to see you all. We got a lot of members and new members that signed up last year, and some potential, hopefully, members. So thanks for being here.
Yeah. And I think slowly and surely we're going to wind up seeing all of you in person as we move to what I keep calling the new normal in the post COVID-19 world. But anyway, today, the purpose of our get together is to talk a little bit about the Chamber benefits and what we have and how you all can maximize those benefits. So I guess the agenda, what we'll do is we'll talk a little bit about what the Chamber does, getting to know us, and then specifically about the benefits and some of the tools that we have to help you in terms of marketing your business and getting access to information that'll help you, plan things for your business and also in your personal life too. And then we'll open it up for Q&A, and we'll see how we're doing with time. And if we have enough time, we'd love to go around and do short introductions of everybody. Because the one thing that we do at the Chamber is we bring people together. And that's a great segue to the next slide. Our mission statement is kind of a very formal type of thing. The Chamber will be a leading voice for business in Anne Arundel County on legislative, economic, and workforce development by connecting people on mutual issues and opportunities. So I think a couple key words in there is connecting people. That is what a Chamber of Commerce does best, is we bring people together. And what we hope to do for you all is to help you connect with your next customer. And we'll be talking a lot about that today with the tools and the programs and activities that we have. The other thing we do is help our legislators connect with us. So when they're passing laws or policies, or building parking garages, for instance, they hear from the business community and what our concerns are. So we did, in fact, yesterday, I guess it was yesterday, we had a meeting with the 32nd district legislators and Chamber members. It was on Zoom, so we do things to try and bring that group, our elected officials, together with Chamber members. So anyway, that's our mission. And what sets us apart from other business organizations, or maybe even some other chambers in the area, is we focus a little bit on advocacy that we talked about, the things that are happening at the different levels of government, city, county, state, and some federal stuff. Last year, or this year too, has just been so unprecedented with what has happened with the pandemic and the various programs that were implemented by the federal government, who gave money to the state, who gave money to the county, and then made some funds available to businesses throughout Anne Arundel County. And a lot of folks on the call may have taken advantage of PPP loans. So we were in the middle of all that, trying to push out information and counsel businesses about what it all meant, because it was all happening so fast. Last night, I attended a meeting about the new parking garage in Annapolis, and that's a big deal for anybody who does business in and around Annapolis. New parking garage is coming. However, they got to take down the existing one. That will happen in February. So there's going to be a big parking challenge in Annapolis. So our role is going to try and get information out to our members about what it is and how you can manage your way through that. The other thing we do is education. We try to keep our members up to date on what's going on in terms of leading new business trends, techniques, a lot of it about marketing too. Things are changing so fast in the digital world. Social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, always have different requirements, but how do you maximize that to promote your business? So we'll have seminars and things about that. And then we'll also have informational meetings about the economy. How's it going? What can you expect economic conditions to be like? So maybe that helps you plan your business. So those are those two things. The other things that set us apart are networking. We talked about connections. That's what we do with the Chamber. And what we will be doing is we least once a month, we'll have some type of networking event to bring our members together to either get to know each other, see a new venue, or maybe hear a speaker about a particular item. But networking is a big part of what we do. We'll partner with other organizations occasionally. The other chambers in the area will have a multi-chamber mixer where, you know, you get to meet different people. And the key thing about it is moving to the next part. It's relationship marketing. There's nothing like a warm referral or a word of mouth whisper campaign, I call it. But if someone refers you to someone else, that's big, you know. But how does somebody get to do that? They've got to get to know you. So at a networking mixer, it's not a matter of showing up and handing out 100 business cards. It's a matter of having some quality conversations with people. So you develop a relationship that they know you and you know them. And that's a big part of what we'll do there. Our chamber is governed by a board of directors. We have 18 folks who are on our board. This is a list of those folks currently in place. Rob Norton is our chairperson. He is the president of Live Casino and Hotel. And he's been our chair for 3 years. So he'll be done his term in December. And our new chairperson will be Stephen Brown, who's an attorney here in town, or in Annapolis rather, with McAllister, Dittar, Showalter, and Walker. So our board is pretty active and helps us, you know, kind of guide the policies and activities for the chamber. So that is our board. And this is me and Amy, some real life pictures of us on good days. But that's our contact info. So you feel free to reach out to us. And we're also on social media, obviously, and we're going to be ramping up our social media presence in 2022. So you'll hear a lot more about what we're doing and what is going on. So it'll be a good resource for you. And later on, Amy will talk about some tools that you can have to promote your social media with the chamber. So anyway, the specific benefits of chamber membership, we have tools for your success, which we'll talk about. The other thing about is being a member of the chamber kind of sets you apart. People look at a business and they say, wow, you know, they're a member of the Chamber of Commerce. They must be a more substantial, more reputable business. So there's some nice credibility that comes with it, and also visibility, you know, because we'll do some marketing for you. You'll have a sticker that you can put in your place of business, and people say, oh, a Chamber of Commerce member. They feel more comfortable doing business with somebody who is a member of the chamber. Advocacy that we talked about, and also the connections. You know, that's kind of the big thing, is we're going to help connect you with your next customer, and that can happen in many different ways. So those are our key elements. Now, I think, Amy, you want to get into a little bit more of the specifics of our tools for success, credibility, and advocacy.
Sure, thanks, Mark. I will, once we get to the Q&A part and I'm not speaking, I'm going to go ahead and jump in the chat, and I'll put in this flyer, the other flyer we're going to talk about. I can put the PowerPoint in there if you guys want. But we've got, letting some more people in. I'll just touch on briefly a couple new ones on here. I'm not going to read the whole entire thing, but Mark mentioned tools for success, and he already went over the education and the training. We've got an e-newsletter that goes out every Thursday or Friday. You guys can put in ads in that newsletter. It can be an ad, it can be about an event, it can be a job postings are in there. If you haven't seen that and you want to be on that, just put your email in there, let me know, and I'll add you to the distribution list. But that's a free tool for you guys to put in the newsletter, and it's about 2,000 emails. New that we started in 2021 was our referral and leads group. So we've got a lunch group happening that just met yesterday. They're pretty much full. So we are actually considering opening up another lunch group. So if anybody in this call is interested in joining a leads lunch group, it's an exclusive leads group. So only one person per industry will be in the group, and that's just an opportunity for, it's only once a month. So if you've heard of BNI groups, they meet weekly. There's a lot of rules, so we're trying to kind of be a balance in between BNI, but also hold people accountable that they're coming and that they're actually referring and bringing in leads. So the lunch group, if you're interested in that, let me know. And if we get enough interest, we'll go ahead and we can get somebody to lead it. We'll start a new lunch group. We do have a breakfast group, but we found that not as many people like the 8 o'clock hour. But if you're a morning person, there's room in the breakfast group right now. It meets on the second Thursdays at 8 o'clock in the morning. And those two groups, existing groups that are running, are on the website. You can register, and then how it works is then I'll contact you if there's a space in the group for you. And then if not, then I have the waiting list for when the new lunch group starts. Free marketing website tools. I'm actually going to do a little brief tutorial after we go through this into how to log into the portal to access all of those tools like hot deals, press releases, job posts, etc. Member to member discounts is also going to be part of that tutorial. And then committees, we actually got some pretty good involvement this past year in our committee. So we have a membership development, also called our ambassador committee. If you're in other chambers, you're familiar with that. We had a technology committee that was just getting started in 2020, and they helped us with the webinars. And then we have not really done much with that committee, but it's our goal to resurrect that committee in 2022. So if you are tech savvy or have a tech company and would like to help us with that, we'd love to have you. Legislative affairs. So Mark mentioned a lot of the advocacy that comes from the work of that committee. So they meet once a month. And then we've got a new workforce and economic development committees that are going to be starting up. So if any of those are of interest to you, let me know. I also showed you when you are in the portal, there's actually a spot where you can check mark which committees you're interested in. That comes to me, and then I'll reach out to you. Credibility and visibility, as Mark mentioned. You'll have a membership badge, both virtual and a physical one. So we've got, if you in the portal, you can download the logo and it'll say member of chamber. And then we also do window plaques that you can have when you join and then when you renew, that go on your little window sticker every year. And then as member recognition, when you're a new member, if you see, we've got new members that scroll on the homepage. We list new members and renewing members in our newsletter. We also have a directory that is online, alphabetical, categorical, so you guys are listed on there. And then we're hoping to do another published printed version next year. We usually do one every year. It hasn't happened the last couple of years because of COVID. So hopefully we'll have another one of those for next year. Ribbon cuttings, I'm sure you guys have seen those happening on Facebook. We post them there. We post them in the newsletter. We invite if you're in the city of Annapolis, we invite the mayor and local legislators, if you're in the county, to come, and you get the citations, just extra recognition and promotion for your business. You don't have to be a new business that just started. You're a new chamber member, you get one. You moved to a new location, let me know, you get one. We've been doing a lot for just because we're recovering from COVID and we're still open, telling people you're still there. So it's free for members. All you gotta do is just give me a shout and we'll get you on the calendar for that. Social media marketing. So you'll see a lot of our stuff when you post a hot deal, a job, anything in that portal, it automatically feeds to our Facebook page and our Twitter accounts. And then if you've just got anything you want me to share, all you gotta do is just let me know and we will share that for you. Any special event or job posting, whatever it is you want to promote, let us know. And then last year we started virtual video visits because nobody was really doing ribbon cuttings, and we still want to offer that because it's still a cool, easy tool that we can use, and we can do them, come and film them actually in person now, or we just did it via Zoom. We've got a couple on our YouTube channel where Mark and I just kind of interview a business owner and talk about whatever they want to promote. They're like 3 to 5 minutes. And then we stick that on our YouTube channel and then promote it in our newsletter and website. So speaking of website, we are working on rebranding and we're getting a facelift. So things are going to look a little bit differently, hopefully in 2022, and make it more easy and more visibility for our members. So just a heads up on that one. Mark mentioned, went back too far, the advocacy and the legislative committees. So that's just a little blurb about that. And then we wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of what is coming for 2022. Now that we're back to in-person events and we got a full year's worth of programs. So Mark, you want to touch on those?
Yeah, one of the things we're going to do kind of come into four categories here. Critical Issues Forum, which will be a presentation by an issue expert about a particular business activity, or one of our elected leaders will come in and, give a overview of what's going on. We'll have a state of the city with the mayor, state of the county with the county executive. We're also going to host a couple of debates next year because it is a big election year. But we're primarily going to be focusing on the county races, county executive particularly. So we're looking forward to that. The county does a great job with a lot of its programs, but they also pass a lot of legislation that sometimes, they need input from the business community. So that's going to be kind of our role. And by having the debates, I think we'll, make the connection with our friends in government. The other thing we'll be having in the realm of education is our moving forward seminars. We're going to keep them in place. We're going to be doing a series of them that are going to be online, and we're going to have some that are in person. So we're right in the process now of finalizing the topics for them, so they'll be known. The online ones are going to be free to come to, so we're trying to make things affordable for our members. The in-person ones, there'll be a small fee because we'll have coffee and donuts, or it may be even over a lunch. It depends on the setting. So our moving forward webinar series will continue. Like I said, each month we'll have some kind of networking activity for folks. And then the leads group, as Amy talked about, they seem to be a lot of interest, and the people are very focused when they come. And the idea here is the people who are participating are sharing leads. They're kind of like ambassadors for their companies. So it's a great way to do some business development. And some of the events that we'll be having next year, we'll kick off January with our legislative breakfast, when we'll hear from our members in the General Assembly. In May, we're going to have a golf tournament, which we did last year at the newly renovated Eisenhower Golf Course, which was pretty cool. We had a good time there. A new event we're going to have this year is the Employee Appreciation Luncheon. Through the pandemic, I think everyone learned the key to the business success has been the employees, but so often they tend to get neglected. So what we're going to do, there used to be a Administrative Professionals Day, and that's kind of now morphed into Employee Appreciation. So we're going to put together a nice luncheon to give employers a chance to take their employees out to lunch. So that'll be coming in April. Later in the year, in June, we're going to have a CPR Awareness Week. CPR is a valuable tool that everybody, in a business setting, it's valuable that someone there knows how to do CPR. It can truly be life-saving. So we're going to work with different groups to have some training, increase the awareness of CPR, and also AEDs to have them in the workplace, because it does make a big difference. So that's a new event for us. And then we'll also be having our Business Hall of Fame Awards Dinner. We'll be doing that in November. And to wrap up the year, we'll have the Holiday Mixer and Wreath Decorating Contest, which we are actually currently moving forward right now. That will happen December 15th at Homestead Gardens in Davidsonville. So we're having a bunch of local businesses decorate wreaths. They will display them at their business, and then they donate them to us, and we auction them off. And the proceeds from the auction we donate to a local charity. And this year, the group we're working with is Feed Anne Arundel. And if you don't know the Feed Anne Arundel story, it is a great story. Monica Alvarado put it together. She runs a restaurant, Bread and Butter Cafe in Eastport. She raised over $2 million during the pandemic to hire restaurants to make food, dinners and lunches for people who needed food during the pandemic. And it was a great success. So that program was so successful, it's going to continue. So we're really pleased to be able to help her raise some money to keep it going and growing, as a matter of fact. So those are just a quick overview of our 2022 programs.
All right. So now we're going to go into the tutorial portion of the program. So I'm going to just walk you through here. So let me get over to my other screen and share that with you. Hold on, before I do that, I want to show you. So to get to this login right here, you just go to that membership tab right here, and it'll be a drop down that says member login. That's how you get there for now. it's in the works. When we get the facelift, we're going to have a button right on there that says member login, so that it's easier for you to find. But once you're logged in, I'm going to stop share. Okay, can you guys see this page now? Yep, okay. So here's what the home page looks like when you log in. It'll have your logo over here. And then you'll see these little buttons right here, home page. It's kind of like your own little personal business Facebook page. If you scroll down, you have a feed and you can see what everybody's doing in here. Creative Spaces changed their information. Danielle changed her information. If they, Joe, 1631 Digital put in a hot deal. James added a happy hour event, so you can kind of see quickly what's going on. And here is the directory. You can search for everybody. You've got events. This is a super easy tool. If you're logged in, you can go right here to all of our events and just quickly hit that registration button. Easy to do there. And then we've got resources. There's nothing in there. It's a file. I guess if there's something we wanted to share with the whole membership, we could put in there and you guys could have access to it. News, we've got, it'll show you what hot deals and different things are posting. So we've got one hot deal from Joe, 1631, and then you can see member to member deals. So hot deals are anything you want to offer to anybody. They can see it on the website. Anybody that's on our website in the community gets this discount. Member to member deals are just for people that if you just want to give your fellow member person a discount, you can put that in here. So we've got Mercedes-Benz. I don't know if Ken made it on the call. He registered. He's with Mercedes-Benz of Catonsville, but he's doing an amazing discount on their fleet. So if you need one of those Sprinter vehicles, you can, as you get the same price as if you were buying an entire fleet if you buy one vehicle. So that's a great one. And then Staples is a great partner. They offered a bunch of different discounts to chamber members. So those are in there. And the same thing with job postings right here. You can see, look, I know y'all there's more than 2 people that need people to work right now. So there's not a lot of people utilizing this, but this is a great tool. And then, like I said, anything in here automatically posts to our Facebook and our Twitter feeds. And then I also put a link to these in the newsletter. So if you are hiring, go ahead, I'll show you how to put all this stuff in here. And if anybody has any questions while we're going through this, feel free to just jump in and ask. You don't have to wait till the end if you have a question.
One thing about the directory here, the listing that you see is a lot of people who are members and even non-members go to the Chamber of Commerce website and they know that we have an online directory and they search for whatever they need, you know, a plumber or an attorney or a restaurant. So if you have this, use the online directory and fill it out to its full capabilities, it will bring you business. There's no doubt. And this is free. It's part of your membership. So I really encourage you to do it. And you can also put all your links to your social media here, and which is really cool because if somebody, you know, comes, you know, to see your site and then you've got a nice social media link, they can, you know, jump right into that. So anyway, just something I'd encourage you to do.
And speaking of that, so when you're on this homepage, when you log in, it will tell you your member profile. So our member profile is 21% complete. So basically it's just the basic information. So if you signed up online, you put in your basics and then that's it. I encourage you to go back in and then fill out all this information. You can pin your map location, you can add photos, logos, website. One thing we did last year is, so we have the option to give people their basic listing, or our software offers enhanced listings, which lets you put in pictures, videos, more keywords, bigger description. And we just, anybody that wanted to be enhanced, if you let me know, we upgraded you to enhanced. We're not charging extra for that. So if anybody on this call if they log in and they don't, I try to remember to go and give everybody enhanced when they sign up. But if I didn't do that to you, if you were been a member for a while and you want to be enhanced, just let me know. And I just click a button and then you have access to do photos and logos and other things. So if you don't see that, let me know and I'll upgrade you. But go ahead and do that. Keywords, I always, like, if I stress anything, it's keywords, because when people go, some people don't go all the way to the membership directory, they'll just hit that search button and then they'll put in, you know, cleaning service or accountant or whatever. Put as many keywords in as you can, so that way you pull up if they're not actually going to the directory, to the category. Do that if you don't do anything else. So that's basically, it's all template based, easy just to enter in your stuff there. Photos, logos, video, pin. This is the membership badge that I was telling you about, where you can download this link or generate the code if you want to embed it in your website. Sometimes it doesn't turn out the prettiest. So if you just need me to email you a good logo because you're going to put it on your website yourself, I'm happy to do that. Employees, I will say, so you guys, all your employees are members and have access to this. So if you want to add more reps, please feel free to do so. That puts them on the newsletter distribution list in there. And then it's easy for them to jump in and log in and register for events there. There is this billing tab here. And so that way you can add payment profiles if you want to do ACH monthly billing, or you want to just auto renew every year, or you just want to store your information. You can do that here, payment profile, and you would just hit add new payment profile. If you do want, right here, you would just do this checkbox and it'll come to me to notify me that you want to do some form of ACH or credit card billing that way. You also can pay for bills. So if, when you're logged in, if you have an invoice open on this home page, it would show up right here under the upcoming event. You have a balance of $4.95, click here to pay. And then everything else that you put in is, like I said, pretty easy. It's all template based. You would just hit add hot deal and then put in the information, pick your category, put in your deal. If you have a graphic or anything, it lets you put a little tiny image on it, but if you have like a nice looking coupon, send it to me and I can embed it in there so it doesn't show up super tiny. And I'm gonna get out of here and kind of show you what this looks like on the website. Does anybody have any other questions about, while I'm in here, about this portal before I stop sharing this screen? If you do, just say it, because I can't see everybody with my screen sharing. But same thing, press releases here. Fence and Deck Connections got one in here about their Veterans Day thing they did. Okay, nobody has any questions. I'm going to stop sharing that. And we'll go here. Okay, so here's the chamber homepage. So here's where I said you go here. Member login is where you go here. Here's where those hot deals are going to pop up. For now, there's the one hot deal, and this is going to change. This is going to be more prevalent where you can go straight to member deals. But here's kind of what they look like. And then let's see, jobs are here. That's what they look like. And then let me show you the event calendar. Here's the list of events, how they show up if you put that little thumbnail on there. And then you can, even if you're not logged in, you can always go here to submit a new event. And then anybody can put this in, even if they're not a member. If it's a good community event, I'll approve it and put it on the calendar, but there is that. So you can do that in the portal, and you can also do it through here. And then I'm going to show you one example. Oops, there we go. Membership directory. We're going to make the directory also more prevalent on the new website. And I'm going to put in Liquefied Creative, because they are a digital marketing company, has their profile filled out like 100%. So I wanted to show you what it would look like. So if you put in a description, you'll see your listing kind of sticks out right here. It's got the little description versus just the address and the phone number. So there's one way it'll make you stick out. And then when you click it, they've got their logo here. They've got all their social media handles linked, so you can click right here and go straight to their LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever page, their hours. Here's their little blurb, description, highlights, bullet points on what they do, media. Here's pictures, videos. Here's who to contact. Here's where they're located. And then a bigger description. So this is what a full profile will look like if you fill it out 100%. I just wanted you guys to see that. And I think that's all I have. I think I've gone over most of everything. Does anybody have any questions about anything regarding the benefits or the website portal stuff? I guess raise your hand. Is everybody muted?
There's a lot to it, but it's also a powerful tool. So if you invest about an hour or so to get it set up, you'll really get some good benefits. And if you run into a snag, you can give Amy a call and she can unsnag you.